night movie will...
At Cinemax, we'll never up your favorite movies. We like the Hollywood greats just the way they are. No commercials, no cuts. We want a class and classic, and keep the dog food, the steak, not fish, out. Cinemax. More movies, choice. More classics. More classics.
You didn't see this fight? Well, don't you have cable? Oh, I heard it. Oh, you heard. Where were you, Mars? I mean, these guys are going on. They're in the ring, they're bobbing, they're weaving, they're moving. I mean, he's working the body, he's punching, oofing the guy, oofing him. Ooh. And he's working it. I mean, and they shoot these incredible angles. They're all the way up top, because it's cable. So he's on the ropes, and he's bang, bang, taking it in the face. He goes with a right, and he comes back with a left, and he gives him... Yeah, like that! Only he was on his back. Now... Ellery with the...
It's always sunshine fresh in the produce department at Giant.
With 10 seconds to go, the secret weapon, Willie Went, is in the game. Just give me the ball. 64, 78, hey! He passes it. He catches it. What moves? He's running the wrong way.
He's running the wrong way.
He's running the wrong way. Les Frilling wins it for Taste Great. Let's go to the locker room.
Can't beat the great taste of Miller Lite. Hey, it ain't over till the fat lady sings.
All right. 2 tickets. What about us? Tickets?
I got plenty of Super Bowl tickets.
There's still time for you to find Super Bowl tickets inside cases of Miller Lite.
Sorry, George. Come on, let's go to New Orleans. Willie, wrong way. Come on.
Jeff Rimmer back here at the Capitol Center. The Washington Capitals scoring all 3 goals of that second period. Now lead after 2 periods of play by a score of 6-3. In just a few moments from now, the Washington Capitals have another major announcement to make, and they'll be making that with Caps General Manager David Poile. And in fact, that announcement is going to be made right now as David welcomes the Washington Capitals front office here right now. So if we can switch to the podium now, we'll turn things over to the Caps Vice President and General Manager David Poile. David Poile now greeting Tom Ebright, the owner of the Baltimore Skipjacks, the Capitals' #1
Is everybody ready?
And here we go.
We're trying to set a record here at the Capitol Center. This is the 3rd press conference within 24 hours, and hopefully the last for a long time. It is my pleasure to announce that Doug MacLean will take over as the head coach of the Baltimore Skipjacks effective tomorrow night. He's going to join the club in New Haven and be the coach there on Friday night. Doug is beside me here with the owner of the Baltimore Skipjacks, Tom Ebright, who has taken his time to come down to see the game tonight and for this announcement. Tom is learning the full meaning of the word development club. We've been very kind to him in the last week or so. We've taken half of his defense from time to time. We have taken his leading scorer and the leading scorer of the whole American Hockey League, and Mike Richard, and if that wasn't enough for him to handle, we've now taken his coach. So Tom is he's a very successful businessman, and he is getting his full indoctrination into the hockey business this year, a little bit more than maybe he has in the past. But just a couple of comments here before I introduce Doug and Tom. I mean, we're very happy and proud of our affiliation with the Skipjacks, and we've worked very hard in the last year and a half to make it a competitive team and to put hockey in Baltimore on the map. What we're really trying to do in this area is to expand hockey in the whole Baltimore-Washington corridor, and we think that we are making great strides in that area, and we have a good club there this year, and I think Doug is going to a real good situation with Tom and all of his staff. So this is a big opportunity for Doug. Again, the last 24 hours certainly haven't been easy on him, as it hasn't been for Robbie Laird and for Brian Murray, and we've had some good discussions. This is a little bit of change in his career, but certainly a good opportunity. It'd be his first chance to really get behind the bench, and I think any coach that has any aspirations to move ahead needs to get some bench experience. He wants the job badly. That was good for me. We got a lot of faith in him, and I'm sure he's going to do a good job for the Skipjacks. So it's my pleasure right now to introduce the new coach of the Baltimore Skipjacks, Doug MacLean.
Well, to say the least, I'm very excited about the opportunity to go to Baltimore. I appreciate the opportunity from David and the Capitals organization. As he said, the last 24 hours have been difficult, but to come out of it like this, I feel pretty good and honored. And as I said, I'm excited about getting to New Haven tomorrow and starting with the Skipjacks, and hopefully I can keep the winning tradition that they've developed this year going. I appreciate Tom Ebright as well for giving me the opportunity, and as I say, I just hope I can do a good job, and I'm sure that I can, and I'm anxious to get started. Thank you very much.
Doug MacLean, Caps coach, and we'll be back here at the Capitol Center now as Doug MacLean introduced as the new Skipjacks coach in Baltimore. Back after this.
Excuse me, do you always change your own oil?
Sure do, every 3,000 miles, like clockwork.
So you wouldn't consider coming into Jiffy Lube to have your car serviced with Pennzoil?
Hell will freeze over before anyone else touches my car. On second thought, maybe.
This winter, bring your car to Jiffy Lube for an oil change in minutes with quality Pennzoil for world-class protection. Jiffy Lube. There's a warm, convenient location near you.
Is it going to be scary?
There was a time when you had to prepare a child for exploratory surgery.
Will you stay there with me?
Calm his fears, soothe his anxieties,
Mom, I want to go home.
Come in.
comfort him when he imagined the worst.
Can I bring Sam?
Sure. Well, today it's a lot easier because the exploratory can be performed without a scalpel, without anesthesia, even without a hospital stay. If it's performed by the magnetic resonance imager developed by GE, a remarkably simple way to give doctors a clear picture of problems that could only be diagnosed before with conventional surgery.
It's not serious. You'll be fine.
Ready to go home?
The MR imager from GE. It makes looking inside the human body easier for everyone.
See, Sam, that wasn't so bad.
GE, we bring good things to life.
Across the nation, millions hail the return of a great American. The Big Twin is back at Hardee's, accompanied by crispy curls fries. It's a classic taste with a new twist. Thousands will turn out for the big taste of 2 burgers, lettuce, cheese, and Big Twin sauce on a seeded bun. Hundreds will thrill at the specially seasoned crispy curls. Yes, America, the Big Twin is back. Who says history doesn't repeat itself?
It's the Capitals 6 and the New Jersey Devils 4 after 40 minutes of play here at the Capitol Center. Mike Florent and Al Koken welcoming you back once again here on Home Team Sports. Well, I don't think anybody in this building expected the explosion that they've seen offensively here tonight. They got behind, the Caps did early in the game, rebounded after that to make it close at the end of the first period. But, you know, all those goals again in the second period, I think people are walking around here now thinking that this is going to be Terry Murray hockey. I don't really think this is exactly what Terry had in mind, and we said that at the first break, but I think we need to reinforce that even more now after 40 minutes of play. He likes being ahead, but I don't think this is exactly the way he had things played.
But it also goes to show you what emotion will do to a team, and there's no question the major benefit that the Capitals could get out of this coaching change immediately is simply one of emotion. And that was obvious in that second period, the way they came on with everybody working hard, every line, and getting some big goals.
The Caps are certainly pleased with the result so far. Let's take a look at the shot chart to show you how things shaped up for the first period. 3 more goals, and they did it on 10 shots.
Well, not only was that great efficiency, but I think here's where you start to see a little bit of the play we're talking about. Instead of dump and chase hockey, you'll start to see some plays made at the blue line. Now, Leach has come this way. Pivonka's going this way. You've got a little crisscross, and now Mike Richard is coming here. So what happens is it's drawn the defense in and has given Stephen Leach this outside area, and Michael Pivonka will get it to him. See how Richard has drawn one man to him? That freezes him. Pivonka goes that way, and Stephen Leach simply comes into the zone and has an avenue to shoot, and he makes it a perfect shot. Drills it high, beats Sean Burke, and this Capital Center crowd is roaring as the Capitals early in the period tied the game up. Then the Devils twice give Michael Pivonka plenty of room. The power play has ended, but you've got Sundstrom out here, you've got Abilene down here, and Michael Pivonka with the puck. Now, they both close on him a little bit, but nobody forces him out. And watch what happens. Sundstrom is expecting the pass. He stays out high, actually commits himself to the boards. All Pivonka does is hold on to the puck, make a move in, walk into that circle, and drive it past Burke to send him to the showers. Capitals now with the one-goal lead. Then here on the power play, Hatcher with the puck. Sundstrom drops down. Hatcher will drop it down to Pivonka, and even more room for Michael Pivonka to work with. With Sundstrom completely out of the play, Fetisov never comes out, and once again, Pivonka simply walks to that face-off dot, a little past it, and once Fetisov commits, then he drills the shot, snaps it right by Chris Terreri. The Capitals click on the power play, and the Capitals now holding the two-goal lead in this hockey game.
New Jersey actually outshot Washington for the period. A quick look at their shot chart shows where their shots came from, as the Devils didn't score any goals, though, during the period, although they did have 12 shots on net and had some that were pretty well situated in front of the goal. But there's where Beaupre made a big difference in this period.
Exactly right, Mike. We talk about the emotion and getting all four lines working. Good defense, but some key saves from Beaupre, particularly on a bang-bang combination of shots from Maley and Huscroft late in the period.
We'll be back with the opening face-off of period 3 right after we step out for these messages.
Labatt's Blue.
Evening is nice. I hurry to my
Clean. Crisp. Labatt's Blue.
turn to the right.
Imported beer from Canada.
We'll lead you to my
Labatt's Blue.
heaven. No matter what you do, baby, I'll be there for you. You can depend on me, yeah. There's no need for you to cry, 'cause I'll be right there by your side.
Rest assured, because Kodak Ultralife lithium batteries last twice as long as any other battery.
You can depend on me.
Kodak Ultralife. Depend on us to last twice as long for less than twice the price.
This graph shows how ordinary gasoline builds up deposits on intake valves. On the road, it can cause hesitation, loss of performance. But when Texaco System 3 gasoline was used, valves actually got cleaner. On the graph, it looks like this. On the road, it looks like this. After 5 tanks, it gets even better.
Don't pay high Washington area prices. Visit All-Star Chrysler Plymouth Dodge Jeep Eagle in Prince Frederick, where they feature Chrysler's guaranteed rebate. Like on a 1990 Dodge Caravan, you pay just $247 a month. On a 1990 loaded Omni, you pay $173 a month. A luxurious 90 Chrysler New Yorker loaded with automatic air conditioning and more, just $325 a month. All-Star Chrysler Plymouth Dodge Jeep Eagle, Pennsylvania Avenue Extended, Route 4.
Washington Capitals game coverage on Home Team Sports is brought to you by Safeway. Come see the difference at Safeway. And by GE. From satellites to medical systems, GE brings good things to life. There there is Coach Terry Murray smiling at this point. His team leading 6-4 after a rough start. The Capitals were down 3-0 and 4-1, but lead now 6-4 over the Patrick Division leading New Jersey Devils.
And Mike, he and his entire team have to be very pleased with the reception they got from this Capitol Center crowd as they left the ice. It's one of the loudest ovations I've heard from a Washington crowd in quite a long time, in tribute to the job done by Terry Murray right now and his team, the way they've turned the fortunes of this game around. Still a long way to go, but certainly the Capitals in great shape right now and being rewarded with some great appreciative applause by this Capitol Center group. Of course, again, I'm sure Terry Murray has got to stress, don't get fancy. They didn't sit in a shell. They didn't gamble. They took advantage of their chances with aggressive play, but don't try and make it into a situation where I think what happened in a game against the LA Kings that started this losing streak, where they were up 4-1 and started flying. Really thought they could go racehorse hockey with the LA Kings.
Puck cleared back inside the Washington zone, and Bob Brooks plays it into the corner. Now it's chipped over the glass and into the seats.
But that was a game that Terry Murray attended. He was able to get here with his wife Linda and his children for one of the rare opportunities to see a Capitals game. And so it's a situation where Terry Murray has got to be thinking about that game, saw it firsthand, and can remind the players not to try and get into a shootout with this New Jersey team, who doesn't want to play that style anyway, but is almost forced into it right now. Just take advantage of the openings that New Jersey will give you if their offensive-minded defensemen pinch down on the play.
Bob Rouse ready to get out of the penalty box in just 5 seconds. Linesman Pat DiPuzzo ready to drop the puck. Hatcher back with a face-off. Checked as he held onto it. Maley takes over. David Maley putting it behind the Washington net, and Ridley clears it up the boards. All the way back to the Devils line. Capitals back at full strength. Bob Brooks tips it out to Oyanen. Now it's worked free off his stick as Ridley, persistent, stays right on him, and Fetisov has to make the move. At the blue line, Oyanen kicks it inside the Washington zone. Bill Holder back to tie him up. Here's Holder over to Ciccarelli. Leads it ahead to Kelly Miller. Back to Mike Ridley across the line. Wines, his slap shot deflected wide. Now back comes the Devils' defense. Here's Kasatonov throwing it into the corner. Beaupre moves it along behind the net for Kelly Miller. And out of the zone to center ice as Wolanin dumps Ridley just inside the blue line. Brendan Shanahan for New Jersey. Inside the Washington zone to McLean. Now Dino Ciccarelli starts back to Courtnall. Here's Courtnall across the line over to Ciccarelli. Ciccarelli bumped in the corner and knocked to the ice. Courtnall chased by Kasatonov. Ciccarelli tries to center, and McLean works it off the boards and all the way down back into Washington ice. It's icing here against the Devils with 18 minutes and 3 seconds to go in the third period.
Already on those first couple of shifts, we see Dale Hunter doing a terrific defensive job at the blue line. Ciccarelli staying up high. The Capitals being very responsible in the neutral zone and in their own end as well. These are the things that have been killing the team lately. Was killing the team in the first 10 minutes of this hockey game, and it's an area that certainly has turned around with the Capitals' offensive thrust. Terry Murray has also seen his team play a lot smarter defensively at every end of the ice.
Puck cleared across the line on the right wing side. Here's a wrist shot. It's wide into the corner. Now chipped by Courtnall out of the zone to center. Tommy Albaline works it ahead to Hunter. Courtnall held up by Danico at center ice. Gets away with one. And the puck taken now by Muller into the Washington zone. Drops off Hunter, feeding it over to Tucker. He clears it up the left wing boards to Courtnall. Courtnall across the line. Feeds it to Hunter, down the middle, a shot, and a
Hatcher charges ahead. He made a move to the left and faked out goaltender Chris Terreri and then threw it by him into the net. The Capitals go in front 7-4. Great work by Courtnall into the zone, holds it, spins, and the Capitals find the New Jersey Devils have completely abandoned the center of the ice. And with Terreri going down, Hatcher makes a brilliant play to hold it, get it on the backhand, and make the easy score. But a lot of credit has got to go to that man making the pass, Jeff Courtnall, who used his speed, drove the defense deep, spun away from his check, and found Hatcher with a tailor-made pass. And the Capitals roar off now to a 3-goal lead at 7-4.
Tucker and Courtnall assisting on Hatcher's 5th of the season to open the scoring here in the third period at 2:45. Now a quick shot stopped by Beaupre, and Hatcher sends the rebound up off the glass. At center ice, Stephen Leach across the line with a 2-on-1. Cuts in with Richard, a pass, just missing Richard. Back to the point for Pavanka. He throws it rink wide. And now it's off the near boards, and Hatcher keeps it inside New Jersey ice. Fetisov starts out. Moves the puck ahead to center. Gets across the line. Centering pass, firing on goal, and in the net past Beaupre on the stick side. Doug Brown gets the goal for New Jersey to cut the lead to 7-5. It's the first New Jersey scoring play since back at the 14-minute 4-second mark of the first period on the goal by McLean. Washington had scored 6 times.
Boy, there's Fetisov with a terrific little move in, but Dubny keeps it alive, and there is Brown. Again, Stephen Leach pretty much on him, but Brown, despite being taken down to the ice, is able to finish off this play, and the value of Fetisov one more time. New Jersey defensemen have done a very nice job tonight of generating much of the offense. The Capitals have done a pretty good job of their own stopping some of the big guns, but it's the Janikos and Brown, people like that, really hurting this Washington team. Good scoring chance at this end. Terreri with the save will step out for these words with 16:16 left.
People around here know lasting value is best. That's why over the last 2 years, almost 500,000 truck buyers have bought the best. Toyota trucks, the #1 truck in customer satisfaction. Toyota 4x4s beat Ford Ranger with a bigger payload, better horsepower, and more towing capacity. Toyota 4x4s deliver higher retained value, big projected ownership savings, and a lower sticker price. That's lasting value. See your Toyota dealer. We deliver value today and tomorrow.
Face off to the left of Chris Terreri. Rob Murray will take this draw against Bob Brook. Brook, the acquisition recently from Lou Lamoriello, sending Aaron Broughton to Minnesota in exchange for Brook. And Lamoriello telling me before the game, simply designed because of the strength down the middle of almost every team in this packed division. Had to get a strong center iceman, a good defensive center iceman, and they certainly have got one in Bob Brook. Aaron Broughton, a fine player in his own right. Bob Rice, a goal! The first goal of the season for Bob Rouse. Well, this doesn't look like Terreri's ready for it. I don't see a lot of traffic in front of him. He just doesn't look completely set. Steaming drive, and instead of getting the toe on it to kick it out, it gets on the inside of the skate and goes right underneath him. I don't see it changing direction at all, although there are two sticks very close to it. Rouse rips it, Terreri lets it get by him, and all the momentum that the Brown goal would have given New Jersey is quickly taken away by the Bob Rouse score. Rob Murray gets the lone assist right off the faceoff, and the goal by Bob Rouse. Time of the goal, 3:47. Here comes Ivan Torovo back. Into the Devils' end, and now Bob Brook takes possession, turns it around out to center ice. Calle Johansson puts it back inside the New Jersey zone. Here comes Brook to center. Leaves it ahead to Yoyana. Calle Johansson stays with it and clears the puck out of there. Capitals 8, Devils 5.
icing the call here against Washington.
Mike, also that last goal, not only is it a good, strong shot by Bob Rouse, but a lot of credit to Rob Murray picking clean that faceoff away from a pretty good faceoff man in Bob Brook, setting up Rouse perfectly for the shot. Rob Murray certainly will have to be one of the guys who will benefit, I think, in the regard of knowing Terry Murray and Murray knowing what kind of player Rob Murray can be. Ryan Murray certainly was using Rob Murray on critical faceoff plays, so Rob Murray certainly, his status as a great faceoff man, an important faceoff man for the Capitals will remain.
Here's Hatcher to move it out. Now gets it ahead to center ice. Ridley dumps it across the line, back inside the Devils' zone. Kelly Miller keeps it in. Now it's played to center. Shanahan jams up with Hatcher. Puck cleared to center. Here comes McLean across the blue line. John McLean throws it into the corner. Dino Ciccarelli back for it, but it comes right out. McLean a shot. Save to Beaupre. And he covers up. And the Devils pile on top of him. But Beaupre keeps the score at 8-5. Here's Jeff Rimmer.
Thanks, Mike. As we get a look at our Washington Post scoreboard, a busy night in the National Hockey League on this Tuesday evening. The New York Islanders leading Vancouver by a score of 1-0. Philadelphia trailing the Pittsburgh Penguins. They're in the second period by 2. Winnipeg leading Quebec by a goal. Calgary and St. Louis just underway in the first period. They're tied 1-1. Later on tonight, Detroit at Edmonton and Buffalo at Los Angeles. Let's go back upstairs now to Mike and Al.
Robbie Laird telling me today, Al, that for the time being, he and Terry Murray are going to work together on the bench. No radio setup with the walkie-talkies, and for now, Rob Laird will just be working on the bench until Terry Murray decides he wants to use an eye in the sky, as the saying goes.
See the communication right now between Robbie Laird and the defenseman Kevin Hatcher. Terry Murray right now talking to Dino Ciccarelli. These are the things that Terry Murray feels are his strength in that area of communication, talking to players on ice. Bouncing puck, hit the water bottle. Here's a drive, stopped in front. A high pop-up that settled right on the back of the net, hit the water bottle, and came back into play. And Terreri never for a moment thought that one was going to come down that early, if he saw it at all.
This game has had just about everything. Wouldn't it have been perfect to have a goal scored in that fashion?
Watch this. High flips.
Patrick Sundstrom gets students for tripping at 5:56. Devils going on 17.
He saw it.
I didn't hear one of his other outfielders calling for it.
No, I don't think he could believe it.
I got it. You got it.
And there's the play continues. The Capitals keeping the pressure up. Hunter driving to that loose puck and tripped up by Patrick Sundstrom. And the Capitals power play back in action now with 14:04 left in this third period. 8-5 lead for the Capitals. Sundstrom in the box for the Devils, holding the call. Out of center ice. New Jersey starts in short-handed. Johansson breaks up the play and gives the puck to Michael Pivonka. Here's Pivonka rushing the center. Dumps it back inside. The New Jersey end. Loose puck, Hatcher winds, fakes, walks in, shoots, and a save to Terreri. The rebound cleared out of his zone and all the way back inside the Washington end of the ring. I don't think you'd term it ideal playoff hockey, but the atmosphere in the building very similar to a playoff game. Here's Johansson throwing it behind the net. Now to Courtnall. Dino Ciccarelli. Works away from Driver. Back to Ridley. He centers in front, and Courtnall fires wide. Ciccarelli has it behind the goal. Passes to Ridley. Back to the point, Johansson. Now to Mike Ridley. Ciccarelli chasing it, but Kasatonov clears it up the board. Hatcher keeps it in. Dino Ciccarelli. Back to the point. Slap shot by Hatcher, deflected wide.
Here's Mike Ridley. Over now to Courtnall. Jeff Courtnall right in front. Ciccarelli fires, but misses wide. Ridley has it behind the net. Back over to Courtnall. His slap shot knocked down. Ridley chasing. And clears it back to Courtnall. To the point. Johansson. He shoots, but it's deflected just wide. Chased by Hatcher into the corner. And cleared off the boards and all the way back to center ice.
Hey, Mike, again, the Capitals so much better tonight. Moving the puck, moving themselves. Getting those scoring chances, and it's not something that Terry Murray has changed up. I'll guarantee you Brian Murray has preached this on their power play time and time again. But the Capitals with the lead now and things going right, just are playing with more confidence.
Here's an offside against the Devils as Danico brings it inside the zone. 11:38 to play in the third period. Capitals leading the Devils 8-5. We'll be right back.
She likes pork chops. I like stuffing. We saw the stuffed pork chops in the meat department here at Safeway. We picked it up, and I think we've had it now 3 or 4 times.
Safeway takes a little bit more care with their meat because they trim off a lot of the excess fat.
Safeway meats are trimmed to just a 1/4 inch of outside fat because we don't think you should pay for what you can't eat.
The dogs like the bones because that was the only thing that was left.
Come take a look. Come see the difference at Safeway.
I'm sure most people never thought you'd hear this building rocking and rolling as it is now, and that man, Ken Danico, scored the first 2 goals of this hockey game. Yanni Oyanen scored right after that at the 9:15 mark, and before the Capitals reached the 10-minute mark of the first period, they were in a 3-0 hole. But from that point on, it has been a dramatically different hockey team, playing with emotion and effectiveness, getting the job done in every aspect of the game.
Here's a shot by Tucker knocked down. The puck played into the corner. Tucker digs it out. Gives to Kelly Miller. Backhander. And it's stopped by Chris Terreri. And he holds on. A little pushing match in front. John McClain of the Devils falling on top of Washington's Dale Hunter.
Mike, that last exchange in front, the way the Capitals played, that's simply emotion. There's nothing different in tactics. There's nothing different in skill. It's simply playing hard, playing the style of play the Capitals have to play. And, of course, that confidence that comes with it. When the puck is on your stick, you do something with it. Instead of just always trying to make the perfect play, drive something towards the net. You've got teammates crashing into the front. That's the style of play that Dale Hunter is so good at. Smiles on the face with Hunter, Tucker, Kelly Miller providing that line. Now you've got Rob Murray out there for another face-off matched up against, this time, Patrick Sunderland. With Corriveau and May working on the front line, and Murray wins it again.
Here's Danico behind the New Jersey net. Capitals leading 8-5. 11:05 to play, third period. Out to center ice. The puck cleared over the glass and into the seats. That one just about down in Jeff Rimmer's direction. Now we've got a fight going. Alan May connects with a solid right on Danico. Drops the gloves and now starts in on Danico with left hand and connects again and again. May has lost his helmet. Danico is not. Alan May changing now to try and grab Danico's arm. And is not in quite as good a punching position here. And ends up kicking a couple, but they tumble to the ice. And the linesmen get in there to pull them apart. But Alan May threw the better of the punches as that one got started. There will be penalty calls here to Alan May and to Ken Danico.
Look at the expression on Alan May's face. Whooping it up. Teammates congratulating him. Tough customer. Ken Danico is as good as New Jersey can throw out there. And Alan May certainly once again proved his toughness for the Washington Capitals.
5 minutes each for fighting at the 9-minute mark. Danico with a pretty good crease across the cheekbone there that you can see. Alan May approaches fighting like a science. Very, very conscious about the defensive aspects of getting in a hockey fight as well as the offensive side. So if you think that these players just get out there and start to wail on one another, I think that was probably true in the old days. No more. Very, very particular about where to grab your opposition, what to hold, how to free up the arm. And I think May has got a pretty good foot on most of the league and knows who throws the rights, who throws the lefts, and you know, who has the specialties. And he's very well prepared for it.
Well, Mike, through scouting has gotten in there every other facet of the game of hockey. Why not fight? You scout your opponent, you know what he likes to do best, and you get ready for it.
Here's Bob Brook across the blue line and has it knocked out of the zone by Mike Richard. Kevin Hatcher at center ice. Drives it back inside the Devils' end. Rides the shelf of the boards and finally drops down. And the Devils play it. Maley cuts to center. As Richard on him, gets across the blue line. Richard pokes it free back to the point. Kasatonov keeps it in. He gives to Wolanin. Cuts in and fires. Pass save. Rebound score. David Maley from Bob Brook. After Kasatonov kept it in at the point, and the Devils are again within 2. It's now 8-6.
Boy, it's a great play by Kasatonov. He gets it in over to Wolanin. Stephen Leach a little late in getting up to stop Wolanin. Beaupre makes the initial stop, then the second save, but again, that rebound squirting out, and none of the Capital defensemen in any position to help Beaupre out. Wolanin gets the drive on, but you see Hatcher out high, Painter out high, and nobody able to drop over and take care of David Maley. Mike Richard a little late in getting back in the play, and once again, the New Jersey Devils showing that they certainly are not out of this game by any stretch of the imagination, with exactly right now 10 minutes to play.
Fourth of the season for David Maley. Time of the goal, 9:56. The assist to Brook in Wolanin. This one's not over. Here's a centering pass. Ciccarelli a shot. Stopped by Terreri. Back come the Devils. Muller moves it ahead to Turgeon at the blue line. Johansson works it free to Kelly Miller. Slap shot by Ciccarelli rides up off the glass, and now Miller pulled to the ice against the boards. Ridley checked in the play, and the puck cleared to center. Back is Johansson to take it. Driver sticks a leg out for Ciccarelli, tripping him up. The puck comes back into Jersey ice, and here's Fetisov. Wearing number 2. Vladislav Fetisov, the Soviet defenseman, taken away by Bob Rouse, and he clears it all the way back inside the Devils zone. This will be an icing call here against Washington with 8:48 to play in the third period.
Well, be sure to tune in every Monday as the experts discuss the hottest issues in sports on the Washington Post Sports Talk Show. It's at 6:30 p.m. here on the channel you cheer for, Home Team Sports. Mike, you go up and down this scoring column from the New Jersey end of things. What a great night from Doug Brown. Brown picking up a goal in this period, adding a few assists. Brook, Fetisov, Wolanin, all these guys who are either fourth line forwards, checking line forwards, or defensemen. These seem to be the guys who really terrorize the Capitals tonight and have literally kept this New Jersey team in the game in the later going. Other than the John McClain goal, there's not really a guy you'd consider a New Jersey scoring star that's done anything. A great job done by the Capitals defensively on the Sundstrom line and on the Johnson line that features all the big guns, but it's that checking line and those defensemen who really have done the damage tonight.
Here's Hunter. Putting it back inside the Devils zone, and Kasatonov starts out. Moves it ahead to center. Knocked back into the New Jersey zone. Pitcher keeps it inside the line. Courtnall gets a stick on it. Gets to Hunter. He fires, but it's saved by Terreri. Back come the Devils on the attack. Jamie Huscroft throws it rink wide. It bounces off Andy Van Helmen's skate and comes to center. Now Tucker steals, cuts in, takes it behind the net. Can't get it centered. Michael Pavanka works out of the corner. Centers it, just misses Tucker. Now Kent Painter a shot. And it makes its way on goal, but the save made by Terreri.
Great shift by John Tucker. He really looks like he's at home on that right wing spot. He was even out there after his other line mates had changed out and got there in position to try and get a chance from a Michael Pavanka setup. And Painter stepped into the rebound and drills it home, forcing Terreri to cover up with Pavanka just missing getting a stick on it.
Pavanka's had a great game tonight. He's played with a lot of authority, carried the puck, been aggressive out there at both ends of the ice.
I think you really touched on it. When he carries the puck, when he uses his speed and his strength to carry the puck, he creates so much room for himself, and he's got that great shot, as witnessed on those 2 goals in the second period. But he's got to take control out there and carry the puck and be the dominating player either at center or on left wing.
That may well be a part of Terry Murray hockey. He promised today that the Capitals will play more aggressively in that regard and taking the play to the other team. Pavanka has certainly shown that tonight. Beaupre makes a save and hangs on to his left. After a little pushing and shoving there going on with McLean. John Beaupre, lifetime against the Devils, 10 wins, 4 losses, and 2 ties, and a 3.11 average. Has had 6 against tonight. Burke was pulled after giving up 5 for New Jersey, and I would bet that Terry Murray flirted with the idea early on of pulling Beaupre maybe after that 3rd goal, but stayed with him, and things certainly settled down after that.
That's a good point, Mike, because that is something that a coach has got to decide. Is it his goaltender? Is it the players in front of him? Will I get my players to play better with a change of goal? And Terry Murray, that was a very tough early decision he had to make in his NHL head coaching career.
He probably decided they were riding on enough emotion just with a coaching chair. Here's a shot by Ciccarelli that nudges the goalpost as it goes wide. Now Driver to center ice. Shoots it back inside the Washington zone. And the puck cleared off the boards and sent all the way down. Fetisov back to get it for the icing call against the Capitals. 6:41 to play in the 3rd period, and Washington holds an 8-6 lead over the New Jersey Devils.
The Subaru Legacy L and the Toyota Camry DLX. Which one is the bigger value? Well, the Subaru Legacy has a lot of standard features the competition doesn't, like more horsepower, power windows and door locks, more rear legroom, and 4-wheel disc brakes. So, comparing the Subaru Legacy and the Camry, it's obvious. The Camry's not even in the picture. The new Subaru Legacy from about $12,500.
With Alan May in the penalty box, Terry Murray decides to give Dino Ciccarelli a little extra ice time out there with Murray and Corvo. Corvo sets Ciccarelli up. The drive eludes Terreri, but just can't kiss in off that far post.
From the draw, it's right in front of the net. And Holder's able to come to the rescue, and he manages to clear McLean out of there as the puck is sent all the way down the ice. Beaupre found the puck right in front of him off the draw. It's an icing call against Washington.
Well, Rob Murray once again wins this faceoff, but the Capitals behind him can't control it, and the Devils really hustling to get a good scoring chance. The isolated look from our Hardy's cam at what John Beaupre's got to go through. Seeing that change direction, I think, Mike, that got through his legs, but it also carried off one of the inside of his pads and scored it away. That action was through him, but not completely past him.
Patrick Sundstrom leans in for the draw against Rob Murray, and Murray wins it. Brings it out to Bob Rouse. shot rising way upstairs into the seats.
Like that hit, the Washington Bullets NBA Eastern Conference Championship banner from 1978, and acted as just kind of a little backstop and dropped straight back down to that gentleman. That's how high up that shot was. Right there. Just go a little farther to right. There, the one, the real red banner, 1978. That's the one it is.
This has been an entertaining evening. The puck cleared off the right wing boards, and Dino Ciccarelli spins it ahead to center ice. Here's Kevin Miller across the line. A pass to Ridley. Off his stick into the corner. Ridley back to the point, and it skims past Kleinendorf on the bounce. Goes back into the Washington zone.
Well, let's also keep in mind it's a very warm day in the Washington area, and at this point in the game, that ice has got to be choppy and chippy. Tough to keep that puck flat and make those passing plays.
On the right wing, John McClain, spun around by Kent Painter. And Courtnall steers it up the boards to Hunter. He gives to Ciccarelli. Right wing pass to Dale Hunter. Right out to Painter, but now here come the Devils back on the attack. After back to Chaser. Clears off the boards and sends it all the way down. Pucker racing after. Tries to take out Turgeon, and Turgeon doesn't make it. Pucker gets there first. No icing. Courtnall in after. Passes to Tucker. Tucker back to the point for Hunter. Creeps into the corner, but now it's taken away. And Kirk Muller, the captain of the Devils, weaves to center. Stolen puck. Here's Courtnall and across the line. And taken away by the Devils. The Bruce Driver clears it all the way down. Hatcher back to get it. Up the boards for Pavanka. On the right wing, too far for Stephen Leach. Played out to center. Johansson given a good shove by Muller there, but as he throws it across the line, it's offside. Here's Jeff Rimmer.
Thanks, Mike. Busy night in the National Hockey League as we get a look at our Washington Post out-of-town scoreboard. Beginning with the game involving the Islanders and the Vancouver Canucks. Now, in the second period, the Islanders clinging to a one-goal lead. The Islanders continue to play well for Al Arbor. Pittsburgh in front of Philadelphia by 2. That's a second period score. Quebec is now trailing the Winnipeg Jets out in Winnipeg by a goal. Calgary well in front of the St. Louis Blues. That one at the arena in St. Louis. Edmonton has scored first against the Red Wings of the Northlands Coliseum, and Buffalo and Los Angeles will get underway within the next hour. Back upstairs to Mike Canal.
Okay, Jeff, Mike Richard out there to take this face-off against Bob Brook. The Capitals have been eating off time from this clock. 4:19 left to go, and they've been doing it in some very constructive ways, getting pressure, not just dumping the puck and taking the pressure off themselves, but keeping that pressure on the New Jersey defense.
Calle Johansson takes a gamble. Maley breaks in with a 2-on-1, but Pavanka comes back and slows down his check as he ties up Yanni Oyanen.
That's the type of gamble Johansson cannot take, and the Capitals also get a break on that situation with a bouncing puck on New Jersey's end.
Stephen Leach, who has one goal tonight, chips it into the corner for Pavanka. He's smothered by Danico. The puck underneath him. Now it's played free to Leach. Leach centers to Ridley. Backhand shot. Skate save made by Chris Terreri in the goal. Back come the Devils. Into the corner is Brook. He's bumped hard by Hatcher. And now Steve Leach has it on the right wing side. Kept in by Driver. Kent Painter off the boards and steers it all the way back inside New Jersey ice. Down to 3 minutes and 7 seconds to play. Third period. Terreri had to move quickly to make that save. Right off of his teammate's stick as it was knocked away in front. Now it winds up on the Washington bench. And we get a whistle.
Of course, Terry Murray still has got to get a team that's 100% healthy, something his brother realized was a major problem and a major factor in this 8-game losing streak. You know, and it's unbelievable when you look at this New Jersey team. They have only lost 30 games to injury. 30-man games to injuries. The Capitals 110. New Jersey has been the healthiest team by far in the entire National Hockey League, and it's one of the major reasons they're sitting on top of the Patriot Division.
Here's Runs back into the corner. Puts it behind the net, and it's cleared off the boards and all the way down the ice. This will be ice, and the driver gets there. Now it's waved off, and play continues. Tucker centers it as it came back up the boards, but it bounces off the stick of Jeff Courtnall. Steal. In alone is Courtnall. A shot and a goal! The puck sprang loose right to Jeff Courtnall. He walked in alone on Chris Carreri and beat him with a wrist shot. And the Capitals move in front 9-6.
I tell you, I think this guy has epitomized the play of almost every forward in the team tonight, Mike. The non-stop continuing hustle, using his skating, using his reach, and now finishing off the play. It was a tough start of the game for Jeff Courtnall, but he has come back and has made some sensational plays. Not only scoring goals, which he's done twice tonight, but with some beautiful passing as well, some great hustle and forechecking. And Jeff Courtnall, as much as anybody on this Capitals team, has epitomized the effort put forth for Terry Murray.
Here's a slap shot knocked down. Calle Johansson comes up with it, feeds it over to Ridley. Up to Miller. Taken away at the blue line, and Miller clears it out of the zone to center ice. Dino Ciccarelli tries to keep it going. Albaline shoots it inside the Washington zone. Kleinendorst off the sideboard. Sends it ahead to center. Here's Danico. Picked up by Kleinendorst. He dumps it into the New Jersey zone, and Carreri stops it behind the net. Here's a Ciccarelli steal. He's in and fires, but Carreri makes the save. It is Chris Carreri's game to lose at this point. He came on in relief of Burke, who started. Here's Pavelka coming in from the short side and gets to Leach, but he fires wide. Back to the point. Kent Painter. Behind the goal, now to Steve Leach. We see the time remaining in this contest, with Washington holding a 3-goal lead. In the final minute of play. David Maley works the center. Fires wide. Michael Pavelka charges up the board. Maley back to the blue line. Over to Oyanis. Chopped wide of the Washington net. Steve Leach comes up with it. Clears to the point, but not out. Orlandon's drive kicked out by Murray to center. Devils cleared all the way down. Now the play is called. And the Washington Capitals are 24 seconds away from, most importantly, the first win in the National Hockey League coaching career of Terry Murray. But you talk about injuries, and if I'm not mistaken, they're also 24 seconds away from the first victory in the history of this hockey team in a game in which they have not had Scott Stevens or Rod Langway out of the lineup.
And that's got to be a tremendous psychological boost for the Capitals, because this whole losing streak began on the afternoon where the Capitals looked like they were going to be able to go through and carry on in that first game this year without Langway and Stevens, that being the New Jersey game, and instead, rather the LA game, and rather the Kings were able to come back and beat them, and that started to slide, and that had a tremendous psychological damage done to the Capitals just that afternoon.
You go all the way back to 1982, when the Capitals had never won a game until now, where they had Scott Stevens and Rod Langway both out of the lineup. But they've done it, and they beat the New Jersey Devils 9-6, and Terry Murray is a very happy man. And this crowd is certainly pleased with the result of this contest. Best of luck to the new Capitals coach. Shots on goal in the third period, 10 for the Devils, a game total of 34. 14 for the Capitals, a game total of 40. Caps 9, Devils 6, and Washington, who is 8 points behind the Devils in first place coming into this game, now moves up to only 6 behind. And things suddenly don't seem so bad after all. Let's check in now with Jeff Rimmer.
Congratulations, Terry, a win in your National Hockey League debut. I guess got to feel pretty good.
It does feel very good, Jeff. Thank you very much. I was very excited about the game, and I'm real happy for the players. They really came to work and did a great job out there tonight.
How about the comeback? Some anxious moments in that first period.
Brought back memories of the playoff game against the Flyers when we were down 3-0 in the 7th game, when I said, oh boy, here we are. Big game that we really want to win, and we're down 3 goals here already. But, you know, everybody really battled back. They showed a lot of character tonight, a lot of determination, and a lot of desire. So that's all you can ask for from a game tonight.
What turned it around for you?
I think just the attitude in the dressing room. There was a no-die, even on the bench. There was a no-die attitude there, Jeff. Everybody wanted to get things going and keep working and plugging away, just shoot the puck, and hopefully something would happen. And good things did happen for us tonight. Congratulations again. I know you want to visit with your players. Thanks, Jeff. Caps coach Terry Murray, who tonight wins in his National Hockey League debut. We've got more of our post-game show, so stay tuned. The Caps with a come-from-behind win here to break an 8-game losing streak.